Hi everybody, Dr. Bob Vaughn. I want to talk to you guys today about something really important, and that is the opioid epidemic. Now, it's been getting a lot of news time and buzzwords and things like that, but it really is a big issue. We just want to talk about some of the basics of opioids and then some alternatives to that as well. So over 30% of Americans at some point in their life are currently deal with neck, back, shoulder pain, things like that at any given time. And in 2014 alone, the United States pharmacies dispense over 245 million prescriptions for opioid pain relievers. To put that in perspective, there's a little over 300 million people in this country. So that's almost one opioid prescription for every person in this country, which is way too much, especially considering there's only 30% of the people that are dealing with pain, things like that. There are over 11,000 deaths from opioids every year. From overdoses with that. To put that in perspective, that is the equivalent of 4 9/11 tragedies put together happening every year. They also are looking at a lot of studies and research and information on these people who are addicted to heroin and opioid drugs that are derivative of heroin. They've actually found that 80% of people who are taking heroin started with opioid painkillers. So the heroin epidemic's actually been getting worse because there's such an increased demand because of this, that prices are going down, and now it's creating new people using heroin, which is extremely addictive and deadly, and it can ruin your life and family members and things like that. So what do we do about this? Well, there's a lot of research out there that shows that there are a lot more effective ways to deal with neck pain, back pain, headaches, things like that, other than opioid drugs. The opioid drug really just covers up the symptom. It doesn't really address why you're having the pain in the first place. One thing that does, and is scientifically documented to show that, is chiropractic care. And that looks at what's causing your pain and, more importantly, how to fix it. So instead of covering it up with a Band-Aid or a medicine to numb your body up, pain is your body telling you there's something wrong. And if you just muzzle it with a painkiller, that thing that's wrong is still there. It's going to continue to build and build and build, requiring more and more drugs until eventually, unfortunately, like a lot of opioids, it will eventually kill you or become addicted to them. And then a lot of things spiral out of control. So it's really important to make sure you're taking a conservative approach to your care. And conservative doesn't mean take a pill and hope for the best. It means to figure out what's actually going on, what's causing it, and how you can help out. Another staggering statistic we looked at was people who went in for back pain, complaint of back pain. The research showed that 42.7% of people whose first point of contact for back pain was a surgeon or the medical route ended up having back surgery. On the other hand, people who went in with lower back complaint and a chiropractor, doctor of chiropractic, was their first point of contact, only 1.5% of those people ended up having surgery. And if you're thinking, well, he's a chiropractor, he's just anti-surgery, I am not anti-surgery. There's definitely a time or place for that, but it definitely isn't the first thing that should be done with back pain, neck pain, things like that. And a lot of surgeons will even agree with that. There's a code for failed back surgery syndrome because it's not necessarily a surgical issue all the time. There are surgical issues for it, but it's important to make sure we're addressing that underlying cause to make sure you get the best results with that. So hope this was helpful. If you could share this with someone who needs to know and spread the awareness about the danger of opioids, not just from taking them themselves, but the addictive properties, and they are a big gateway to some of the other issues, heroin, a lot of other drugs and things like that as well. So we want to make sure we're getting that message out and people can get the information that they need so they can be healthy and well. It's been Dr. Bob Vaughn. Have a fabulous day.